Hi everybody, I hope you all are doing well. Becca and Matt and I are at the strip mines today. We're just doing a little bit of fishing and kayaking. Becca's caught a few fish and Matt's caught several fish, so we'll see who catches the most by the end of the day. But I just wanted to bring my devotion to you today from the water because it's about fishing. And last week, if you'll remember, I talked a little bit about some things that kids can teach us. And this devotion is no different. The verse that it stems from is Matthew chapter 4, verses 18 through 19. It says, "And Jesus, walking by the Sea of Galilee, saw two brothers, Simon called Peter and Andrew his brother, casting a net into the sea, for they were fishermen. Then he said to them, 'Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men.'" So I just wanted to read a devotion to you. It's by Robert Morris. "My son James is a fisherman and has been since he was a young boy. When he was about 4 years old, he started learning a lot about fishing by watching fishing shows on Saturday mornings. One of my favorite memories of James was when he was 7 years old and we were fishing at a trout pond in Colorado. On our way to the pond, we stopped at the store for some bait. James carefully chose the bait he wanted to use, and as he placed it on the counter, the man behind the cash register said, 'This isn't going to work.' Undeterred, James told him that he wanted to buy it anyway. As we walked out to the pond, James went over to an area where no one else was fishing, and within minutes he caught 9 trout. You could see groups of men around the pond begin to move over to where James was fishing. Many of them asked what bait he was using and went back into the store to buy the same thing. One man even asked James for some fishing advice, and once James taught him how to cast his line, he started catching fish too. Remember, James was just a little kid, but boy, he was a very good fisherman." Have you ever thought about why Jesus chose fishermen to be his disciples? The more obvious choices might have been gifted preachers or maybe even politicians with a lot of influence. But no, he chose rugged, outdoor-oriented men who knew how to go after something and catch it. Think of what this implies. He gave the work of ministry to normal, everyday working people. He has called all of us to be fishers of men, but many of us may have never caught a fish yet. It's surprisingly simple to do. All you need to do is to have the right bait and to cast your line in the right location. If you're wondering, well, what is the right bait? I have some good news for you. You already have it. Bait is in any story about God's goodness. It could be your salvation experience or even a story about God has changed your life. So, what's your story about God's goodness? Are you ready to share it with everyone around you? Don't be afraid. Just put some bait on your hook and cast it, and then you'll start catching some fish. Okay, let's go ahead and pray. Dear Heavenly Father, I just thank you for this day. It's just so nice to be out in your creation. Father, I thank you for my family, and I thank you for all the blessings that you continue to pour out upon us. I just pray, Lord, for everyone that's listening. I pray a special blessing upon them as well, Lord. Father, I pray that you will help us to remember those special stories that we have about how you have touched our lives, and help us not to be afraid to share those, and help us to be good fishers of men. We love you so much, Jesus. Please use us to build up your kingdom. In your name I pray. Amen. All right, thanks for joining me today, and I hope you all have a good week. Matt, you want to say hi?
Hi, everybody.
Becca, you too?
Hi.
All right, take care.